Yeah.
We here now. Episode 11. God's plan.
Yes, sir.
We here now. You here now. I'm here now.
I like that intro too.
Yeah, that ain't alright, Rich. I mean, Rich in the house. We got a special guest.
My brother.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm
Go ahead,
special
Mike,
guest.
Yeah, who we got here, man? We got a brother, a friend, a king, man, a God, everything. Definitely a person that helps me always remember everything happens for a reason, and that reason is always some bounce that had inbounds. So everything you go through, everything you see, you feel, you touch, it puts you in a better place of understanding what life really is. And you really don't even know yet. Me anyway. So every second, every moment, I'm unveiling what I am, who I am, and what this is. And people like him daily, texting, DMing, whatever, remind me of that. So you talk about love, seeing it and feeling it and being it. Not too many surpass it. Then my brother here, God.
Alright, Rich, man. So I'm Eric. This is Mike.
Yes.
Rich, man. Introduce yourself, bro.
My name is Rich. I'm a special guest.
For sure.
Finally.
For sure.
And
Long time coming.
and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for being here.
You know, like y'all like the only one that like invited me to a podcast. I
That's
think they
cool.
scared of me. I really think the other ones are scared of me, man.
Okay.
Not like
talking about Joe
physically
Buttons?
fighting.
Joe Buttons.
No, my other
Drink
friends
champs?
Yeah.
that got podcasts that don't want me up here
Yeah.
because I'm gonna steal the show.
Yo, Drink Champs.
Saying no.
Call
Drink
him up. Hit Rich up.
Yeah.
He trying to
Listen,
be
I like all my friends' podcasts. But
Yeah.
I already told them like this was like one of my favorites. This is my AM drive podcast.
Thank you.
This was dope.
So Rich
Really
and Shock kind of coined me everyone's big brother.
Facts.
They were
Facts.
like I think it was Rich, and then Shock was like, yo man, he really is everybody's
Yeah.
big brother. So that's love, and that's based off of Mama Mars' house. We're in the building with two
Yeah.
of Mama Mars' extra children, you know, myself being her child, Reese the producer being her child, and then Rich and Mike being her children also.
Yeah,
I guess
right.
if we can just start from there and build from there, that environment and the safety and the sanctuary of Mama Mars' house and how y'all built from there.
Go ahead. Go first. Yeah, for sure.
So I came around like at 6
6?
years
Damn.
old. I met Reese at 6 years old.
And how old is
Him and Mill was trying to like fight me.
Playing with Tabor, I knew you before that, though.
Reese there. Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, Tabor. Yeah. Reese played ball for Tabor.
At 6?
Football.
Was it 6?
Some.
I came to. I was in New York and I got shipped for behavior, and I landed on Franklin Street.
Word?
And listen, it was the best thing.
Yeah.
Ships like he's a piece of cargo.
But look, hey, that was like. You figure that was my life.
Yeah.
Getting shipped to Franklin Street was my life.
Yeah.
So I met Reese first out of everybody,
Mhm.
and we did play for Tabor, and his house was like the hangout. Everybody went there, but on Franklin Street's two sides, right? What house you cross? It's like a middle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So where I lived at was like the nice part, but it's like as soon as you cross down the middle, it got a little foggy down there.
It got a little foggy
Right?
with the trees. Yeah.
It got a little foggy down where y'all was at the bottom, so I had to get acquainted to that. But yeah, then I love the fact that because Reese is the reason why I know Mike and all the other dudes I even they're still my best friends now. So that's why I think everybody is close to Reese like that, and especially Mama Mars. Everybody love her. Like even people that I don't even know.
Or rock
But
like that.
I'll see them posted sometimes, like for like birthday shout outs or or in general. So she's definitely one of my mothers. His mother, Miss Cat, Mama Cat was the other one. So I had two. I had great people behind me the whole time. And Marge was different. Different.
You described like what it is everywhere in America, around the world, like that separation. You know what I mean? Like you see that everywhere in every hood, or not just in the hood, just in every city. That separation of how we are. But before we get into that, man, I just wanted to say, the King Mike, happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday,
you know what I mean? We
Happy birthday.
Get out there. You know what I mean? Another. Do you want to speak about embrace that a little bit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My birthday.
Yeah.
I got a lot to say.
You being so you know what, we gonna give our guests.
Yeah.
We gonna let him open up about Mike's birthday and give you your flowers and kind of go from there, and then you can speak.
Okay.
So Mike, to me, Mike was me and Mike was the Chris and Neef of the neighborhood. So it was my best friend. You know what I mean? It was my best friend. We have friends, but he was me and Mike was together every day. So if he did it, I did it, and vice versa. So Mike means he means a lot to me. Even through everything we went through, I learned a lot from him, being as though it's messed up because tragedy kind of like brought us back together, but it made me realize how important he was to me, because I never lost. Me and Reese has been friends forever. Me and Reese never had issues, but me and Mike was, like I said, we used to every single day. So losing him, I think of stuff like little things that might not mean a lot to other people, but like my kids, him not being the godparents of my kids. When somebody said that to me, that kind of like, you know what I mean, it hurt me, because it was my fault. It wasn't my fault, it was my fault. Everything that we've been through made us way stronger. But to get a phone call, man, hearing somebody say, you know, Mama Cat passed away, like days later, like that's when I realized like what, like getting a call. I should have been there. You know what I mean, for him. And since that day, I went. I hurt. I cried for a while, man.
And you talk about that, and that was a heavy moment for everyone, and is actually when I saw the rebirth of Mike, you know, and I don't know if it was the same for y'all. Y'all might have been used to hearing that from Mike, but when he gave Mama Cat her flowers at the funeral,
it's crazy.
It was like an out of body experience.
That's when I cried.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I knew, I thought I knew Mike. I thought I knew Mike, and then I'm sitting there, and I'm down because of the energy. I was down, but when he got up and started to speak, I'm back up now. It ain't no feeling sorry for myself. It ain't no sadness. It's about the love. We celebrating Cat, as he says.
Yep.
We celebrating now. So when you say that, Rich, it was meant. It was written. You know what I mean? Like whatever it was that y'all went through, this was the turning point. This is evolution. We evolved, and those things happen. And the cliche thing, and Mike always says that, is to say everything happens for a reason. Well, all right, that's cool. It happened. Now we here. So it's all love. Yeah, absolutely. And his growth. That's why I hit him up when I can, and probably we do talk all the time. And it was times that we would talk, and then it wasn't the same. And but since that, yeah, he's definitely a king. People call him weird to see how he is. Like, not weird like in a bad, more like they don't understand. But I just told him this. Mike always was like this. Right.
Mike was always like this.
Our producer just raised his hand like, yeah, like y'all just don't know the guy.
Yeah, Mike just always was like this. But I think Mike, you know how you gotta like build into this.
You have to be comfortable with yourself.
It could be that, and you go through different phases in your life. but this was him the whole time. He just had to. It just had to like. He had to find it. Find the something had to bring it out of him. It could have been Mama Cat, because he was already striving to that. But it's like, for me at least, when that happened, he became to everybody the person that everybody see now.
Yeah, I don't. That's a lot to unpack right there. Thank you for the words, truly. I start here, right? I don't know these people who I don't know these people who say, yo, Mike's weird. It takes less than a second to tap into that, the past guy, but I won't. It's really no purpose. But I guess everything you guys just said, and just where I sit now, it all goes back. It's all cohesive to the title of the show today, and it's God's plan. And I think I either heard it on something I was looking at on YouTube, or maybe Blacklist. I just started looking at that on Netflix, and it said somebody said, you plant seeds and God laughs at you. Right? And right. Right. It's like you planting, God laughs at you. Yeah. It's like what are you doing? And a whole lot of I guess you could say my metamorphosis had to do with Kat, my mom. And I was just telling the wife G that over the past couple of months it's difficult. It always gets difficult during this year because my birthday is the 11th, and then Roman, my oldest son, his birthday is the 30th. The 30th is the day Martin got shot. Our close friend Rasheen was murdered, and then it's after 5 days after Christmas, and then the 31st is my grandma's birthday.
Martin's your brother. My
brother, right? Yeah. So it's a whole lot in December where you would any human would love to connect with their mother, and it takes a lot for me to know that my children, I'm not going to say have been robbed from that moment, but they'll never have that moment with a grandma, and it takes a lot for me to push through and just to keep fighting. But that's it just goes to being said while we're here now, right? Is this embodying in the moment, right? And don't say you're living life, right? I just heard that, right? Don't segregate yourself from life, right? I'm not living life. Life is living me. I am life, right? Just in a human body. So again, great words, much appreciated. And the difference between this birthday and my last birthdays, I wasn't really always amped to celebrating my birthday, just because me thinking of my birthday, it took me to some dark places of childhood trauma, and I don't like visiting those things, but it's made me embrace them. And the messages I received and the DMs I received for my birthday this year made me realize, man, 2021 is over. I got so much more to do, because people are saying, "Oh man, you've become this great person," and I'm like Reese said, I was always been this guy, right? I've just learned how to deliver this person in a more respectful and loving way, right? Because we all go through things, and it holds us back, keeps you in darkness. I've been through a lot that certain people know, others will know, but you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing, man. So I deeply love you guys, and appreciate you guys. Beautiful moment to be here, man. Beautiful moment to be here. And the last thing I say before I hand it over back to E is, again, you plant seeds, you plant, and God laughs, right? And everything happens for a purpose, creates that balance. So it's like, yeah, I'm not Boogie's godfather, I'm not your daughter's godfather, and vice versa, but it's a title. Godfather, godmother, it's a title. And what you are to someone supersedes the title. What you represent, who you are, how you love, how you understand, how you give, that supersedes Godfather, or even father for that matter. Because a lot of people have fathers,
That's a fact.
don't like him, don't know him, right? You just say you got shipped from New York. So it's like our fathers put us through a boatload of hell just for us to connect with our mothers to get back to heaven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's heavy. And one of the things that Mike always reminds me is forgiveness. That's one of the things that he definitely helps me with.
And
again,
help me with too.
Yeah, no, is something that he embodies, and he's always evolving, and he's never stale in who he is. He always evolves. So, Mike, when you mentioned people giving you accolades and you accepting it, I had a challenge with that when someone gives me accolades, like my daughters say I'm this person, I'm that person, and sometimes I don't even I don't know who they're talking about.
Yeah.
I have a whole conversation like when people, I don't know how to accept congratulations or accolades. I don't know how to accept it.
Right.
Do you find it challenging when someone gives you that? Like now you gotta be this person that these people talking about. Like you gotta like. My daughter wrote me something before, and she was like, "Oh, you my 42nd birthday." She was like, "Oh, just like Jackie Robinson, you gonna change the world." I said, "Shit." Like now I gotta change the world. So how do you embrace that? Like how do you embrace that?
The other day I told you, quote from Malcolm X, sincerity is my only credential, right? So no matter what I do, it's going to be authentic, it's going to be sincere. So right, you go back 10, 15 years ago, we can have some herb, we could drink this, drink that, but now, no, right? What I do and what I say, I stand on. So sincerity being my only credential, as Malcolm said, it helps me, propel and accept those things from people. And I have a huge understanding of ego, and that comes from a spiritual leader I follow, Eckhart Tolle.
Okay.
So try to tap into him. He debunks ego in a way no one has ever done, but ego's good and bad, right? So you not being able to accept certain things, not you, I'm speaking in generalities, right? Is your ego. So always check your ego, and having ego is not a bad thing. And people have, and that's one of the stigmas or the narratives that has been thrusted on us. Ego's bad. You're conceited, right? You're prideful. But no, ego is just you having the ability to be conscious of being self-aware, right? I can't know I'm beautiful if I'm not self-aware that I'm a person to begin with, or a human. So when my brother Rich says certain things, I never take a second to say, man, is he being serious about this, or is he being real?
Right.
It's like, man, you said it, right? Thank you, right? And I appreciate it and I love it, right? That's it. So it's no additional weight on my shoulders.
Okay.
And one thing that truly helps with it all that is one thing that our brother Rich always, from day one, I can remember. He unearthed this philosophy or understanding on me is you have no idea what it means to be a father. And man, I go through certain things with Roman and Legend, and I'm constantly sending him stuff like, yo, this moment I'm in right now, it's not even real, right? So just that understanding from him to give him some love, to give him some flowers back, is my ability to accept people saying you're this and you're that is knowing, man, the biggest picture is my children. Because what I do, how I live, is the legacy, not what I leave. Because what I leave from a materialistic value or a monetary element can be burned and spent or lost. But how I live and what I live for that remains forever.
That's love.
Yeah.
No, and speaking to that, Rich. So I'm gonna go right in, like all the things that Mike said. So can you tap into or speak to a little bit fatherhood? He talked about God children. They're your children.
My children.
Yeah. So can you talk about? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I've been a father for 15 years, and it basically took over my life. Like I don't care for nothing no more. Like I don't care for anything more than, I never missed. My son been playing football for 11 years. I ain't never missed a game. I never made an excuse to miss a practice. Nothing. I get off work. All right, so my schedule will be, I'll get up at 4:30 in the morning, go to work.
AM?
AM. Go to work, and if I gotta take them to school, I do got help from their mom as far as that. When I get out of work, pick them up from school, practice. So sometimes I don't get home until 10 o'clock at night. So this has been going on for like 10 years, 11 years. But I never complain. I'm tired, and it
don't matter if you complain.
It doesn't matter.
You know what I mean?
You know another reason too, because I like to do it. Like I like being with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could probably, realistically, and I'm probably not even exaggerating, and probably say that I probably didn't see my kids 3 times in one. I see them every single day. I'll stop, even if I say hi. I text, if I show you my thread, it's to the point sometimes I gotta check myself. Like I'll just say, what you doing? So they play that much important role in my life now. I already did everything with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
why? What drove you to be that kind of father?
Yo, you know what? I ain't had no father. I didn't. So that's why I hate when people say I'm like this because I didn't have a dad. I think that's like the lamest excuse because I didn't have one. But I think.
Hold on, can you just elaborate on that a little bit? That they don't see their kids because they didn't have a dad.
Like people that use that excuse like I'm not a good father because look what I've been through. Like I didn't. Just like some people will say, I'm just gonna go off I beat a woman because I watched my dad do it or whatever. They always make those excuses.
But you do realize that's the difference in people. So you have some that's what drives them. I mean, it's a real thing. Like but the chain is a real thing. It's a real. So don't minimize your greatness. So I just want to say that. Don't minimize you separating that and you building from that. It's a trap that too many of us fall into. So don't minimize you doing what you need to do. Like that's not a small thing. You know what I mean? Like it should be a given, but Mike, Reese, no, it's not. It's not a given.
That's another thing. Every single one of my friends that I grew up with, that is my immediate circle friends.
There you go.
We all have that in common as far as we're not in jail, even though we all went through
some stuff.
All of us I look at all of us and I feel like we're all
holding each other accountable.
Yeah, none of us is bad parents that I know of, at least. I don't know, and it's crazy. And the crazy thing is, me being a good parent made my father become a good parent because he's seen the way I am with my children, and now since he's been back in my life, he's been the best. I forgave him for the
forgiveness,
the 24 years he wasn't in my life, because for the past 15 or whatever it is, I might have to edit my age because I don't. But he's been there. He texts me every day.
Wow.
Checks on me, and that's everybody wants that, regardless.
So I know
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the title of the show.
Child's Playing. Yeah.
And I know people will always ask and say this, right? If you didn't go through that, both of you, right? Because my father was.
I always say.
My father was home, but he wasn't present. You understand me, right?
Yeah.
My father was there,
In the house.
but he was not
And
present.
house.
I used to want. Yo, listen.
You ain't want that.
Yo, and that's the so go ahead. Rich, tell him, Rich, tell him, Rich, tell him, Rich.
You here acting all humble. Come on,
I
be you.
used to listen. Hey, I used to want that when I used to see the drop top with no shirt on and taking Mike to the court. Yo, I used to want that. I used to want that. I used to never understand Mike when he used to be like, man, but I never knew until I know now. I know now, but I never knew then. But I wanted that. I wanted that father.
But it's the balance though, cause Mike. Well,
even though my mom was great, my mom was great.
Nah, don't. We gonna get into that. I want you to get into that.
Okay.
And my mom, but I want you to. So, Mike gives what he loves about his, like he acknowledges it. The things that he lays it out. He acknowledges it. It's super love, like that militant, the game plan, the lessons, the education.
Yeah.
But to his point, he wasn't present. He wasn't here in the way that he needed him to be here.
Right.
And that's what he didn't see.
Right.
That's
Now, and then to you, I don't know if you'd be the dude you was if your dad was there.
It goes back. I literally.
You know what I mean? Like,
listen,
yeah.
I agree with that.
I literally. That's what I was going to say. Is people always say that. Well, if you didn't go through this, that means you wouldn't be that. It's easy to say that, and it's even easy to agree with that.
Right.
You know what? If my father or my parent didn't do what they did, I wouldn't be the parent I was.
Right.
But it's so true. I just texted Reach the other day. I just started looking at the blacklist, and it's a huge piece of the narrative of the show is the father wasn't there for the daughter. And as I was looking at the show, it was something just clicked, like, boom, and I was like, man, everything my father did not do was a lesson for me to learn that I have to do. Now, when I combine the things he didn't do, that could be 95% of the things he should have done. If he didn't do 95% of the things he should have done, and then 5% he did, that's still 100% gain for me now.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it goes back to everything happens for a reason. And when you get to that moment and be like, oh, that's why that happened. You talking about out of body experience. I mean, man, just through my meditation, I have out of body experiences all day long. Right. It's like a chill in your body. You know you ain't gonna freeze to death, but you know you'll never be hot, right? You'll never be uncomfortable. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But just thinking of everything my father didn't do. Even this is my episode that is around my birthday. I never want to celebrate my birthday because I always had a bad experience during my birthday.
Right.
Because when we grew up, it was 4 report cards. So the first report card or second one always came out like December 3rd.
Right.
And December 11th, man, just like the sun is bright and hot, I was on punishment. And I was on punishment because of my, not because of my grades, but because of my behavior in school. You feel what I'm saying? I got it right here. No,
not that, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
It's all good. But yeah, man, he just, I just know now that, and you know what? Let me say this to help the listeners and even to try to help you. Don't be too harsh of saying that's not an excuse, because we don't know what people have been through. Yeah. And for some people, let's be very clear, it is an excuse. Yeah. But for other people, it's like, man, you're telling me, and I'll just use the most vulgar example, right? You're telling me I'm not putting hands on my fiance, my wife, or my girlfriend because, I watched my father do this to my mother. I'm not doing it. You're telling me I'm not doing it for that, right? I'm still making a choice. For some people, that trauma is so rooted in their soil that without a doubt becomes the fruit. You feel what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
It's so much to bear.
But you think that falls in play of children, like not being able, because these are the seeds that you plant.
Well, yeah, because I say yeah because the greatest thing I've learned through my evolution is being understanding, right? And being understanding, you got to become completely emotionless. So my understanding is the other perspective, and man, I probably didn't receive that from no one more than you three in this room, right? Going through what I went through with one of my closest brothers we know about, and all of y'all message to me was the same. Mike, I hear you, but we talking about him. How does he feel? And how he feels has nothing to do with how you feel. And how you feel has nothing to do with how he feels. So can't nobody tell you wrong for feeling this way, but you gotta know you can't tell him he's wrong for feeling that way. You feel what I'm saying? So the greatest lesson in my life was learning the ability to just become selfless and understand someone else's perspective. Yeah. And once I'm able to do that, man, I'm able to navigate so much more better in life because now I'm judgeless, I'm emotionless, and I'm just completely understanding. So back to your point, when I see someone who isn't taking care of their children, or I hear of someone who isn't taking care of their children, it could be, their father didn't take care of them, right? And from that point, it could be fear. I don't want to take care of my children because I don't know how. So
it could be that.
Listen, so now if I do take
situations.
If I do take care of my children and I fail, I'm no better than my dad. And the whole goal is to get away from him. And now I fail being a dad. I'm just like him. That'll make somebody go crazy. Suicidal thoughts.
Yeah. So do you think being as though being around the people that we were around is the reason why we're all the way we are?
Meaning what?
Like I call him a role model.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean that's the.
I mean, listen.
So I was going to ask you that question. Can you name your top 5 people who influenced your life, Rich? If you can name the top 5 people, male.
Not in order, just male.
Yeah, male figures in your life. Yeah, no order at all.
Wow, male figures. You. I could include my friends or just
Mel. Yeah, they Mel.
Reese definitely. Mike. I got an uncle that I knew you. Him. He definitely was like my father figure. And this is probably like off the wall, but Ronell. Yeah. Because people don't know how close me and Ronell really was.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, one thing I would say about him though is that he didn't let whatever his business was interact with me. Regardless of what his business was, he would still just make sure you be like, yo, you stay in line. You're still Reese friend. You know what I mean? That's how you look. You know what I mean? Regardless, like, you know, you're little brother to all of us.
He was the most polite, ruthless.
He was dope, man.
Individual.
People don't understand.
And that's a paradox. That's a paradox. How you polite and ruthless?
Yo, listen. When I look at Mook, I talk to Mook like every other. It's like when I see Mook, it's just crazy how I see Ronell. Like, and I be like, the way we are, like, Mook never met him, right? But he's the splitting image.
Yeah, he did, but young. So
no.
It's crazy. I know what you're saying. Yeah, but he didn't get the swag. He didn't get the following, and he still has it. So you say that, like, I went to a game, Tabor Rams, and it was like Ronell Davis makes a tackle, and I blacked out. Like, it was
happy.
Yeah, like just in that moment. Like sometimes when I talk to Moot, like you said, like he talked to you like as if he's Ronell. Like that's my brother. So he's talking to me and I'm zoning out because I'm talking to Ronell. You know what I mean? Like that's wild.
That's really crazy, man.
Nah, and it's super heavy, and it's all love for you to say that. You know what I mean? Like the impact. Like Mike just broke down to me the impact that Ronell had on his life, and is when people talk about that, it's hard, man. You know what I mean? Like it hurts.
It's definitely hard.
Yeah.
Listen, he caught me. Well, I caught him on the back end of me being in the quote unquote game, and what he showed me unintentionally was, and to this point, I told you Reese too. Reese was intentional though. Reese was intentional
as far as
now was unintentional as far as this game ain't for you.
Yeah.
Right. So
Ronell was listen.
It was, you know what I mean? Reese showed me. Reese said in his own way, this game ain't for you, right? By protecting me of you're not taking this particular ride. You're not going with me in fast. You're not doing these certain things. Stay your butt in the room. Play 2K. Whatever you're gonna do. It's not for you. But for now, it was. You want to go?
Yeah,
Come on. And then in that moment, no matter what, it was still. No matter how scarce that moment was, the look on his face was, no, you good, you protected. Oh, but we in it. You really want this? No, I want to go to school and play basketball. Actually,
yeah, I know it was like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to school and play basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all great, man. I tell him, and I just told him, Rich, I was like, you were one of the first people who was working. You know, you was working, moved out your mom's house, and had a car.
That's because I was a father early.
Listen, but listen, how many people did we have growing up who were early fathers like you, but didn't hold it like you? Whether they went through trauma, drama, or not, it was you ain't the first person who had a child early. We seen a lot of dudes growing up having children early, and it was like, not to judge them, but you knew early on you ain't holding it like how you supposed to, bro.
Yeah.
Because the goal is to be better than your father. That's the ultimate goal. I have to be better than my father.
That's
and it's
not the goal for everybody, though.
It's not.
I was just about to ask.
That's not the goal for everybody.
I was about to ask you.
Why not? Why is it not?
Because I saw you. I seen you from. Listen, this Eric is not the Eric that I first met. So I actually, that's why I look at you as the role model, because with my own eyes, I can see what you was. Oh, I'm sorry, what you was, and what you are now, and that's why I look at you as like the biggest inspiration, because you were the streets. You was out there, and the way you are now is like, man, this is a totally different person.
Let me tell you why I beg to differ. Me and he just was talking about the streets, and I was telling him how literally me being in the game, in the streets, it perpetuated me to be a beast at work, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
They don't call me Mike at work. You don't gotta. I'm not even going. I was about to say you could call him. No, my word is pure. They don't call me Mike at work. They call me X. They call me KRS1.
Okay.
Right? When I see Jack at work, anywhere in the hallway, I throw a fist up. Yeah, that's how I'm. Yeah, I throw my fist up, and when I see him, I say, "Peace, God." You know what I mean? And I say I beg to differ because
on air.
Yeah, because you and Reese have a completely different understanding of how far or not how far he was in what he was doing. But for me, I beg to differ based off your point of I can't change this. That's my point of whoever that was doing what he did.
I get it. That's a good point.
Oh, it's the same person right now. It's just in a different essence. It's in a different element. The essence don't change who you are. He's always been deliberate and intentional what he was doing for himself and his family. It's in a different way now. It's unlayered. It's unveiled in a different way.
So what made you
tap into right. So what made you tap into the other side? Because we know the dark side. Right. So what made you embrace the light? Because no matter how dark the valley may seem, no matter how dark the room may seem.
And this is why I was asking you questions earlier.
You see a little bit of light.
Right. Yeah.
What made you embrace that light?
No, it's a good question, and it's having that foundation of Mama Marge always, right? So it's always been that same foundation of love.
Is Mama Marge like everybody's mom though? She probably might be everybody's mom,
everybody
right?
in the world, mom.
She really might be.
Right? She's above mine. But answer your question. I'll go back to
that. It's that love and what it was, what goals were for me in that moment.
About to cut you off, I want to know what point that you hit that you said no, I gotta. That's why I asked you about the woman earlier. Does a woman? Is she the backbone to changing a man? Like did you meet the woman and say, you know what, this is the path that I
no, it gotta be you first.
100. That's one stars.
But some people don't be. I seen some people that will get a girl, then they get everything they want, and then they go backwards.
That's part of it.
But can't nobody change you but you. Socrates said the only thing I can do is make you think. That's it. You can't make anyone do anything, right? You got to change you first. Go ahead.
No, and I agree with that. Like it's got to be within you, and you gotta want something different.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted the same. I always wanted good. I would say I wanted good. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know what I was doing was wrong. I wanted what's best for my family. You know what I mean? I talked to Mike before, like certain things that Reese might not know. Like somebody called me up saying they're going to kidnap my little brother and stuff like that, and it take me totally out of my zone, and I'm on something else. You know what I mean? It takes me somewhere. It took me somewhere else back then. I was always angry a lot. I was mad a lot, and in that moment, you couldn't tell me I wasn't doing right for my family. You know what I mean? I was putting food on the table. I was paying the bills. I was getting what I need to get done. Then it started to get good to me. So I kept with it. But what I saw was that
what you mean get good? Because I don't want to miss. What you mean it got good to you?
Yeah, so it was more than just money? It was more than just but it was more than just now. It was cool. Now I could ideally I could stop.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like they cool. They cool now. But now it's about me. It ain't about the love of them. It's the love of the game.
It's the love. It's the love of the game.
Yeah, like Mitch said, like I'm the high scorer. Like this is what I do. I hustle. So, but now understanding what it takes away from me and my life and my family. You know what I mean? Like how many people it took away from me, the people that I lost, and I'm not stupid. I can see that this people it caused death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not when it can take your freedom away from you.
Yeah. I'm
cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when you start to balance it and you start to do the math on it, it's carry the one, and it's like, this ain't really all it's chalked up to be. So knowing that I can use that same skill of hustle, that I can stay at it, and that's and Rube said it, and everybody is the hustle. That's the motivation that separates you. So I know I can put this motivation into something else. Reese said something to me that was extremely beautiful, and I didn't even know him seeing that in me, that family can be something beautiful. You know what I mean? Like my kids, and that's not. But first, before kids, before getting married, before you embracing a woman, you have to embody it in yourself first. You have to change the mentality. Like you have to. That has to be first before you do any of that, anything else, and then you can build on that. But if you don't change that first, oh, that's gonna be for naught, or it's not gonna be where it need to be. So you gotta embrace that for yourself. You gotta want something better for yourself before you can want better for you together with anybody else. You gotta want better for yourself. And I'll just say that it was a trip, man, because it's hard when it's not just about yourself anymore.
Right.
You know, you have my mother. Disappointing my mother was one of the biggest reasons to turn anything around. Like to look in my mom's eyes and feel like, and my mom never, ever, ever said that I disappointed her.
Right.
That's not who she is. She big everybody up.
Right. She did.
So, but I felt like I did anyway. She never told me that. But I wanted to make her proud. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today. That's why, and again, I got, and that's why I give all the props in the world to women. I got 2 daughters, I have a wife, and I want to make them proud. And that's all, that's really, and so when you spoke about that, I do it all for them, without question. And I don't have a problem with that. But it's to the point, I know they do it all for me. And without question. And it's that equilibrium of that energy that y'all in it for each other, and it's not about me, it's not about them, it's about us.
Right.
And until you build towards that, you can't have the conversation until y'all at that moment, until y'all at that place. But nah, to be a role model it's hard, man, because I'm telling you, like I dealt with I went to therapy because I dealt with survivor's remorse. Because I'm supposed to be my brother's keeper.
Right.
You know what I mean? My brother passed away. You know? Like, and my homies passed away. Like, my two of my best friends passed away. And I say, why not me? So it's heavy, man. Like I dealt with all that. I dealt with, at one point I thought that I could. So when I lost my friends, and their girlfriends or their mothers went through what they went through, I never wanted my mom or my mothers to go through that.
Right.
So I wanted to separate myself from that. Nah, I don't want y'all to love me like that. I don't want y'all, because if I pass away, I don't want y'all to go through that. So I thought I could control the love somebody had for me. As if.
That's crazy.
As if. I'm thinking I'm bigger than that. I'm thinking I'm gonna let y'all love me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, and because I always felt like all of that stuff, all those people like Russ, Ty, Ronell, I felt like that was my fault. Like I blamed myself for that.
Even Russ?
All that.
Because you felt like you was the brother's keeper?
Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah, Russ was first, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, nah, but that's, man, and I'm here like why not me? I said PSD, and I don't, and so I wanted to kind of, I wanted you to get into your children. I wanted you to kind of talk about that a little bit, like being a father, like Boogie, like quarterback, and all that, and your daughter. Like I wanted you to get into that.
So like I said, they took over my life. Basically, I don't know. I can't do for myself without doing for them first. And I got like trouble saying no. I feel like my son deserves everything. Like he's like the best kid. He doesn't get in trouble, good grades. He does everything.
How old
to
is
me.
he?
15.
15. What grade is he in?
He in the 9th now.
9th grade.
Yeah.
What school he goes?
Bishop McDevitt.
And he the quarterback.
Yeah, he played quarterback.
Okay.
So he
If he go to the NFL, are y'all kneeling? Yes or no?
He can do what he wanted. He can do what
Yes or no, man?
listen, if he
Cause mine, they bitten on the black leather gloves and everything.
Yeah, man.
Bro, legend.
My kids is
No cat.
the kids is they change you, man. The
Yeah.
kids change the. Like I ain't know what love was. Like you could tell these girls you love them, but you don't love them like you kid. Like the way. Can't no I'm always cool. Like people can say what they won't buy. Like, but if you say anything, or if I feel like my kids are involved, it's just a different type of temper. It just I don't know what it is. That's the type of love that I was telling him.
Yeah.
About his kids, like you see, it's different. You love Gina, cause he does. I know he loves Gina to death, right? But it's like a different love. Like when you walk in the door and your kid says "daddy" or it's different. But it's just a different thing. And my son is like my best homie. Like he always wants to be around me. I don't know. I'm happy that I built that relationship with him because, like I said, I didn't have a father. So having my children gave me, like I said, my father is actually in my life more, and even I wake up in the morning and see him saying, I'm just thinking about you. That puts a smile on my face. Regardless,
is he a better grandfather than he was a father?
What?
That's the goal. That's the goal.
But he's still a better father. Like he's both. But
he's also a better father. Okay.
Yeah,
and it's crazy, man. Like just to like, all right, like cool. Like now, that might not have happened. You you never know. Like you. What I'm saying is, so I don't want to get it messed up. I always feel like, no, forget all that. Like I should be up. Like I should get that and have a good father. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you saying, I should have had my father to begin with. Yeah. But if you had it to begin with, then you would be extra up. But sometimes if you didn't have it, it's always a question.
Well, no, because I don't think someone can tap into that. I don't believe as a human you have the. I looked at you, Raise Boogie, earlier. We lived together.
The thing is, I'm about to say
we lived together.
Listen, my son is. I say this all the time. My friends help me raise my son, right? And the person that he is now, he has a little bit of everybody. Yeah. I see him do things. He's smart. He's me, Mike, Reese. Everybody that was around him, he is them.
And that's what I said. Don't ever minimize your greatness of what you. And that's why you can't get too heavy into who your father was, because now you're a great dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's cool, and y'all went through what y'all went through, but it didn't hold you back. Right. And sometimes people lean on that as a crutch, and you didn't.
And you know what I mean? It's easy to tap into when you have it. It's easy to tap into, oh man, I know how to love you. I know how to give you this love. I know how to be around. Because my dad was around. I think that's naturally easy. But I also that next level to tap into is not normal. The level that you tapped into with your son, it's not normal. It's not normal because it's not known. What's known is what, the world gives you. Mom, dad, holidays, love, state of euphoria. But for you was it, and that goes back to he's saying you can't minimize the mentality you had to accept or wrestle with in order to love him that way.
But I feel like my mother is a big reason why I'm the.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
it. The man that I am, because she's my like I said, I never. Listen, I used to disrespect my mom, right? And it was to the point where my friend used to. They used to, like, I'm not gonna name who, but they know who. They used to understand.
You can name me.
They didn't understand. They didn't understand why.
You disrespected. Yeah, right.
Like, why was I like that with her? And then they showed me. Mama Marge, the love she gave me. Made me realize, like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a mother. It's not like I don't have a mother. So, Mama, again, she helped me understand the love that she had for Reese and for Ronell and she had for you.
Right.
But she loved all of us the same way. The same way. if we did something wrong, she would attack us the same exact way that she would attack Reese. It was never no different. It was never no different. And one thing I do, she knew everything we did, right? This was crazy about. She knew everything we did, and she knew we did it. But she never said that. She knew we used to be in your house overnight.
That's mom Mars. Like, that's the thing. Like,
she was a grandma before a grandma.
Yeah.
She had that level of peace and love that grandma.
Yeah, I say she was too hype MC. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but that's MC Hammer's hype man. Like she hype everybody. She gives everybody their super props. Like, she never brought anybody down.
She did.
She never gave anybody no pain. And like, once you walk through that door, you was safe.
And you don't understand. Not you. Again, not you. Speaking in generalities, people don't understand. But first of all, your mother too.
Yeah,
your mother too. Your mother never said one negative thing. Never gave a negative vibe. Even if you seen the discomfort and the aggravation of, I just bust my ass for 13 hours or here playing this video game. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, so big ups to your mom for that as well. But people don't understand, right? One of the main reasons going to your friend's house is to escape your house.
Yeah, that's and we all went to
now
went to
now this is now but check this out, right? Now, escaping from your house, it could be good or bad. It could be, I just want to get away from my family. I need some space to be me. Or it could be, I gotta get away from hell because I done found some heaven. Now, however or wherever you go, it's a difference when that person that is opening that door is a guardian angel and remains a guardian angel and forever is a guardian angel.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Mama Marge never,
right or wrong,
never opened that door with any type of malice, anger. She didn't open the door. She didn't close the door like that. It was...
she never closed the door on us. She will never.
Listen,
she still won't.
I'm not even going to say people. I'm going to say parents, mothers, father. Parents don't know what that means for that child. Some do. The majority don't. The majority look at it like, here you go, eating up my food, wasting my energy, wasting my water. Here you go. Man, if you had 1% of understanding when I'm going through there, you'll be opening these doors up like Mama Marge.
Yeah.
You'll be opening these doors up. You know what I'm saying? You'll be embracing me. And you would have that consciousness and awareness to never, ever, at any level, allow me to feel unwelcomed. Why?
Scolded. Yeah.
Ever.
To your point. Yeah. No. And that's the thing. Like, to your point, right or wrong. Like you might be escaping. You might be in the wrong in escaping. You might be in the right in escaping. But you escaping, and it gives you that sanctuary. And that's the space that I hope that I'm giving my daughters. Yeah. You know, that my oldest calls me her best friend, and that's blows my mind.
That's all.
That is a conversation that my youngest can sit down and have with me. A conversation about how she feels and stuff like that. And that it's. You hear, I remember the stories about ladies or girls that couldn't go to their parents when they were pregnant, so they threw the baby away. Like that's the thing that I hold in my head. Like, I never want them to not be able to talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the worst. Like, I always want them to be able to talk to me. I want you to if you could, like, I know you touched on it, but could you talk about your mom a little bit more?
I'm sorry, one second. One last thing about Mama Marge. When the one of the biggest things Mama Marge showed me was, no matter, I'm not even gonna say that. It was almost like that fear that you should have of God. I had of Mama Marge, that you better never show her that you and Reese disagree or go through something.
Yeah.
You didn't want to disappoint her.
It was like, the fear I had of letting her know me and Reese was beefing or disagree.
I ain't never beef with Reese.
But I'm just saying though, like her love was that strong, and it wasn't just the fear. It was also her being intentional of. So the fear wasn't just my consciousness. The fear was also her being deliberate. Like, no, listen, I know you are not my son. Yeah. I know your mother. I know Catherine Campbell. But but you and Maurice, y'all brothers, and y'all better honor that. Y'all better cherish that, and y'all better respect. It was like Mama Mars never said this in my life. But I heard it so loud and clear. You and Maurice better never beef. Ever. Like, it's not even allowed here. Y'all don't have the ability to
You gotta think of my
how cold that is.
Right, you gotta think from her perspective. She wasn't, before us, she had them.
Yeah.
So her knowledge is kind of quite crazy already.
But you know what's crazy? She didn't show that.
Right.
She didn't show that she knew the game better than any of us.
But it was because of that.
She wasn't. Listen.
She kind of had like 3 stages.
The
Ronell stage,
so
and the Maurice stage.
It's crazy because
she's still dealing with the Maurice stage.
But listen, it's crazy because some moms are pit bulls, and you would think, oh man, you embrace the pit bull because it's like, oh okay, you understand what's going on out here, and it's like until you get bit, you're like, oh whoa, I thought you knew. Mama Marge, some people, she's a chihuahua, but it's like no, her bite is bigger than her bark.
She's very influential, bro.
It's crazy, man.
That might be the wrong woman.
And it's because I truly believe it's because of everything she's encountered, and she understands what's out there. And she understands, and it's still that safe haven, and wanting to protect people, and wanting to protect your feelings, and wanting to protect who you are.
Bro, we was out there gambling one day, and we was out there gambling, and I'm thinking, oh, it was a nice game, and I'm like, I'm about to get in there. I see, oh, this might be money. Man, Mom Mars leaning over that fence. It was like, it's over. Stop. Not no mother F this, mother F that. It's like she was like, it's over. And then like people act like they didn't hear her, and she was like, "Yo, I said stop. It was over.
It was over.
It was over.
Right.
It's I could talk for days.
And that's the thing. It's understanding that and embracing it and seeing that, and again, the passing of Ronell. It took something from her, something from her that I see in her eyes every time I look at her. Yeah. So and it's tough, and I share with you that what I mean. Like I feel
100%.
Like when you lose someone, a piece of you goes with that person. Yeah. But it also gives birth to another piece of you, something that you can evolve with, and again, Mike has embraced that. Wholeheartedly. And again, I wanted you to kind of touch on, if you could, because you said your mother was a huge part of who you are. So you could just touch on that.
Yeah, I'll touch on that. How much time we got, Reese? Alright, listen. So she's my mother and father. Even though I have a father, she's also my mother. She's my father. She's both. She played both parts. She gets a Father's Day gift also with the Mother's Day gift because that's who she was to me. Now, when she shipped me off,
from New York to Park?
I'm not lying.
I was disappointed.
I'm not lying when you saying shit.
All right, listen.
You're not a piece of cargo, man. Stop dumb.
I was disappointed because I didn't understand. Okay. She was protecting me because she was going through something that was bad. Yeah. With my sister's dad. Yeah. And she shipped me. She sent me to Philly to get away from it. But I didn't understand why she didn't come with us. I used to be like, and that's why I hated her. That's why I disrespected her. All them, because I didn't understand why would you stay there going through that mess, but you didn't understand that she's protecting her. She was going through her own demons. She was struggling with them demons. she was stuck in a situation where she loved someone that was just wrong.
Yeah.
So she said, protect my kids first.
Mm.
So she shipped me off, which I would do now. I would do the same thing with mine.
Right.
So,
yeah.
and once she got to that point where she couldn't no more, that point of no return, then she came. She got to Philly.
Yeah.
She had to be shipped. She traveled by herself.
So you think so basically you think you the Fresh Prince of Philly. That's the story I'm hearing. You the Fresh Prince. Man, get out of here, man.
but I was
Yeah.
blessed because I met Reese and then I met y'all.
Well, in some ways you actually were the Fresh Prince. I just was telling you were one of the curators of fashion culture.
Nah, you was.
You had a yellow Averax jacket on.
That was bad luck too. That
What?
jacket was bad. Yeah, man.
But
That's another
who
episode.
could pull that off though?
Yeah, I had one, and I think I had it with like a corny red hat.
I'm just saying though.
No, but yeah,
It had a lot to do with the culture.
I love my mom
Fashion
to
culture.
death. I text her every day.
Yeah.
She texts me. I feel like it's important for us to do that
Yeah.
because one thing I fear, and people tell me don't fear it. I fear. I'm afraid of dying, and I'm not afraid of dying because I'm about where I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to leave my kids here.
Embrace it.
I'm afraid to leave my mom here. I'm afraid, even though, she feels like I'll bury her. But
Yeah.
which that's how it should be when my kids will bury me.
Right.
But I can't even picture myself Earth. And the thing is, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like we're all.
That's one of the
Guaranteed.
things
That's an appointment we can't miss.
it's inevitable as death. But I say embrace it because with my mother.
Sometimes I get in dark. Like I'll just think about it and be like, I just get in like depression.
I fear death not for myself. It's for my daughters, for my wife, like for sure for my mother. Like
Right.
like I don't like it's. I agree with you. Like I can't even imagine like because of what my mom would do with Ronell. Like I can't imagine, and that's why I fear death.
Yeah.
Like for sure, and definitely my daughters and my wife. Like everything they want.
And it's gonna happen.
And you can't control it. But the thing is, again, and you can't control it. And I know that. And that's what, again, I've been to therapy, man. And I well, two things. Forgive.
Yeah.
And if you need therapy, go to therapy.
Well, I need to go to therapy. I've been really struggling.
Mike, my therapist.
I need to listen. I've been really struggling with my mother for some time now.
Okay.
But I embrace that. I embrace it because it's I believe the greatest element of life is in death, right? Everyone has this conception that death is the end, but man, it's so much of the beginning, right? Because when you really think about death, someone physically is not here. Someone physically is not here, and someone physically will never always be here. After the show, I'm going. I'm not physically here.
Right.
But what remains? My energy.
And the only reason why I give you all of that is because Cat.
Yeah.
Like that's why you saying that and you giving her flowers at her eulogy, like I can agree with that because your energy and what you brought after her passing was amazing, and everything that comes after that, the energy that Gina gives, the energy that your kids give, the energy that everybody gives. So I can give you that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of that. Like
I remember Reese said they didn't. What did you say? They didn't see death. You seen death? What did you say? He told me something about death. It was like I seen death. Most people haven't seen death.
No, I know he said him and Ronell talked about death a lot.
No. I'm saying he told me something personally.
Okay.
And if you didn't drop that jewel, take it. But someone told me that was like, I've seen death. So when you've seen death, you truly have the vision of life. Yeah. And for my mother, I was there. Right, the picture I just posted on Instagram was the last picture we took together.
Right.
On my, I had no idea that was my birthday.
Right.
No, that was my birthday. I didn't know. You know when you the date comes up.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm posting that, and I was like, December 11th.
Right.
I said, "Sheesh!"
Right.
So the last picture,
heavy, yeah.
the last picture we took together was on my birthday, and I was just, you know, and it took me back to that place of being with her, praying with her, and just holding her during the last days where, cancer overtook her body. Never overtook her mind, never overtook her spirit. So I look at death in a completely different respect than most people. And that's just with my mom. I'm not even talking about the game or the streets. Before we get out of here, tell me 2 words or 1 word. Just give me a word that you can describe about E, the one that you and Reese saw. Give me a word. Or 2 words.
Back then?
Back then. Give me a word that just would describe him. Come on.
1 word?
Give me 2 words. 3 the most.
He was the... Paid in full.
Okay, I need a word.
No, pay in full. That's 3 words.
I mean, that's 3 words.
So you want me? Okay.
That's describable. You know what paid in full.
Okay.
Hey, yo, if I don't think that is the highest accolades in the
Now watch
world.
this.
But you gotta
No. No, you gave it. You gave it
a buck.
Come on.
I'm looking at Eric and Ty. We was like,
Now watch
7,
this.
8 years
Now
old.
watch this.
I got a memory that you don't even know about.
What?
About you and Ty.
Okay.
Especially Ty, man.
Okay.
So one day I was at the Chinese store getting my wings, and I'm walking to the house, and this dude Ty is on a motorcycle.
My motorcycle.
Probably.
Nah, it is.
What?
I already know.
You just had went down the street,
Uh-huh.
and I'm standing there. I think B might have been at the corner or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude just happens to pull out a pistol. And I don't know at who though.
Right.
And then my mom like, yo, let's go. But I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Because I'm used to seeing Ty with a gun.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? And she like, yo, get in the house. And I was like, no. I really said
No. It was me and Ty motorcycle. We bought it from Fat Man. So me and Ty bought a motorcycle from Fat. It was a Ninja 900. So I already know what you're talking about. Yeah. It was red and black.
Yeah, then he just, it was red and black. It was. And I don't know who he wanted to shoot out, but I was like, my mom was like, yo, get in the house. I'm like, no. I didn't know what was going on. I was little, but I remember that memory, and it was like him just brought, like, dressed in the middle of the street. Just for no reason.
Yeah, and that was us, our life. Like it wasn't broad daylight, it wasn't nighttime, it was just always on all the time.
Right.
Like there was no moment, there was no minute, it was just what it was. And
Can I ask you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
One last thing. Can I ask you one thing? Did you allow Reese, or if you seen Reese doing any type of foul stuff, like you would have just cut it off completely, right?
I didn't give them anything. Like I gave them no game.
Right.
Like no game at all. Like it wasn't even. And actually, that's something that I take back.
I remember Ty and Meeks. They told me get the hell in the house.
No. Oh, listen. No.
They said,
don't take it back.
What?
Don't
they
take
told
it.
you to get in the house?
Yeah, because they was out there late, and they was like, yo, he was like, what time is it, man? I said, go in the house. They was on the corner.
Okay.
And I was like,
well, go ahead, Mike.
No.
What?
Don't take it back, because you didn't vocally give them game, but you gave them game.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about.
Yeah, we saw.
Listen to what I'm saying. You gave them game without giving them game.
Right.
And by you not giving them that game, you got to understand, Reese never took his foot off the brake. And what I mean by that is, if you would have gave Reese the game that you refer to, we would not be here right now. Reese had a conscious level of understanding that
I didn't want to.
this is not a no. This out here is not a game, bro. This is not a game, bro. This is not a game. So Reese
put us.
Listen, this is not a game, dog. So I'm not having you or even me in situations where I know where it can lead us, because it don't just lead us to jail. This lead you to the grave. And I love myself. I love you. I love my mom. I love my brothers so much that I'm never gotta tell you I love you. But I'm not hitting the gas. We can be in neutral. We're gonna glide. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna embrace it. But the game you didn't give him was all the game he needed. You feel what I'm saying? So don't regret the game you didn't give him, because the game you didn't give him was the greatest game that he got. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I forgot where I was going, but I had to just say that to you.
It was. I'm telling you, man.
Pretty good with that.
I said
this gonna be good.
No. I said give me 2-3 words to exemplify him. And you said paid in full. I was looking for love, joy, whatever.
But you said
no.
Back then,
no, I did, and you answered, and thank you. Right, I did.
I know we're going. Go ahead.
No, listen, I did, and you did, and it goes back to me telling you my growth was just I embrace people and that thought so much. Me and you talk about LeBron James' greatness. Come on, bro.
All the time.
Come on. We damn near throwing punches with LeBron, Kobe, and T-Mac. But that's just a small example, because people don't really know how far we went in. But anyway, so when you said that, it's it's like, give me all that. Paid in full, right? One of the most historic cultural movies ever. Some say it's better than Scarface. Another episode, right?
Scarface is overrated to me.
Another episode. Paid in full. When you're paid in full, man, you have no balance. You feel what I'm saying? Your debt is clear. You're paid in full. Cash money value. As a father, this boy's paid in full. As an older brother, this boy's paid in full. Right? You can't leave him a tab as a father. You can't leave him a tab as a man. You can't leave him a tab as an older brother. You owe that. You don't owe me nothing. It's there. It's done. But on top of all that, do you know the contracts this boy's doing with his job?
Yeah. Listen, man.
No.
It's a role model.
Do you understand the type of contracts he does with his job right now? We talking $20-30 million invoices. So back then you saw paid in full, which is, I get it. Can he do that what he's doing right now? If he doesn't do that back then? You listen, most people in the corporate world, they'll see something like that and they'll start buckling and quivering. I talked to Ed. He said he'd be like this. He said, man, within the first 30 seconds I know if somebody's real or not. Like what? What you about to tell me? I'm the chemist. We've been breaking down the science in the lab. That's how I dropped the mic on her, man. That's how I dropped the mic. That's how I dropped it.
We gotta wrap this up. And that's real, man. Like when I sit in these negotiations, like people don't even understand who I was used to sit across the table from. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing.
Come on, pass me that bourbon. Now I don't drink no more, but we gonna drink tonight.
Yo. So
you gotta be a certain age. You gotta like drink that, man.
You got any businesses that you want to shout out, Rich? Any businesses you?
I don't know.
I got
all
one.
My friends, all they podcasts.
No, you do got one. King Joseph. 350 Pressure. That's my main man.
350 Pressure.
He's crazy.
Go cop that.
Happy belated birthday to him.
Love the money, Peanut.
Yeah.
What do you got? Sweatsuits and stuff?
They got everything.
Little apparel.
Yeah. I support all of them, man. I don't take time to post nobody's stuff.
Yeah. No, that's cool. But we gonna post it 350 Pressure.
Yeah.
Mike, you got anybody?
The thought of age me. But hey, how about this? Nah, I guess it's a business because I guess it's a business because they're taking care of business. Yo, if you have not checked it out, man, go check out Culturally Biased. My brother Sid, my brother Money Mitch. Yo, they pushing the culture forward. Yeah, I say he's a Black Seinfeld, but we gonna find something else. He don't cook stuff. I don't want to colorize. Yo, check out Culturally Biased, man. They tapping in. It's humorous, it's serious, it's funny, it's everything you need, man. And definitely always check out Off the Rip. We're trying to find the last episode. They said it's in the Black.
Home Team Network. Hey yo, listen. I don't have no businesses, but I want to shout out. Happy birthday, Mike.
Yes, thank you.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Janine.
Yeah, Nene.
Happy birthday, Kizzy.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Tasha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When was her birthday? When was her birthday?
It is. Tasha, what? The 21st.
Alright, what's
it's coming up soon. It'll be coming up soon. And we're gonna have her on. By the time we have her on the podcast, we'll be celebrating her birthday.
Yeah.
But, hey, she's in Aspen right now, so we can't even touch her. You know what I mean?
With the Frank Lucas mink on. Damn.
Listen, that's
what do you call it?
It's called being a boss and a goddess.
No, it's all love.
Tasha,
man. And again, we here now.
Yes.
Hey, listen. The next episode is gonna be with my man Ryan.
Yeah.
As I plant a seed, we'll have our logo up. Hey, Mike is chefing up some serious stuff right now. He's in the lab. Like he's the chemist. He's mixing up some serious stuff. So hey man, like I said, shout out to Reese on production, Home Team Network. Rich, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Rate, review, subscribe.